Who is Pope Leo XIV? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It depends where you are. Today we are going to talk about the history of Pope Leo XIV, elected on 8 May 2025. But before listening his biography, I invite you to make a subscribe to this channel in order to get more video about biography of different celebrities in different sectors like football players, politicians, musicians, entrepreneurs, businessmen, and comedians. If you are Catholic, make subscribe, put like, share this video to others in the comments. Pope Leo XIV was elected on 8 May 2025, the second day of the 2025 Papal Conclave. He became the first Pope from North America. Who is Pope Leo XIV? Listen his story to the end, you will know more about him. His real name is Robert Francis Prevost. He was born on September 14, 1955 in Chicago in the United States of America. His father is Louis Marius Prevost, a United States Navy veteran of World War II and a school administrator in Greenwood. His father was an Italian and French descent. His mother is Mildred Martinez, a librarian. She was a doctor of Louisiana Creole parents, Joseph Martinez and Louise Baquier from the New Orleans, who were African, French, and Spanish descent. Prevost's maternal grandfather had been born in Haiti. Prevost has two older brothers, Louis and John. Prevost was raised in Dayton, Illinois, a nearby suburb. Prevost served as a altar boy at St. Mary of the Assumption Church just outside the far south side of Chicago. He completed his secondary studies at St. Augustine Seminary High School in 1973. While a senior there, he was given a letter of commendation for high academic achievement, and he was consistently on the honor roll. He served as a yearbook editor-in-chief, secretary of the Student Council, and he was a member of the National Honor Society. During his time as an editor of the yearbook, it placed the second in the 39th annual yearbook critics sponsored by Columbia University. He also participated in high school speech and debate. Prevost earned a Bachelor of Science degree in mathematics and at Villanova University got in 1977. Prevost speaks English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese, and they can read Latin and German. Augustinian since 1977 to 2025. Deciding to become a priest, Prevost joined the Order of St. Augustine as a novice in September 1977, living at Immaculate Conception Church in the Quantum Heights neighborhood of St. Louis in Missouri. He took his first vows in September 1978 and his solemn vows in August 1981. The following year, he was awarded a Master of Divinity degree from the Catholic Theological Union in Chicago. While there, he served as a physics and mathematics teacher at St. Rita of Cassia High School. Prevost ordained a priest by Archbishop John Jadot for the Augustinian in Rome on June 19, 1982, he earned a licentiate of a canon law in the 1984 and a Doctor of Canon Law degree in 1987 from the Pontifical College of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome. Prevost joined the Augustinian mission in Peru in 1985, and he served as a counselor of the territorial prayer church of Churucanas. From 1985-1986, he returned to Peru in 1988, spending the next 10 years heading the Augustinian Seminar in Trujillo. He also taught canon law in the diocesan seminary and he served as a judge of regional ecclesiastical court and a member of the College of Consultors in Trujillo. He also led a congregation of the outskirts of the city. In 1998, Prevost was elected the provincial of the Augustinian province of Chicago, and he returned to the United States to assume that position on March 18, 1999. In 2000, Prevost allowed the Augustinian priest James Ray to reside at St. John Stone Friary in Chicago under a monitor and refraining from public ministry after the first rectory proposed for his residence was rejected by the Archdiocesan Review Board, and because it was the same property as a parish school. James Ray had been suspended from public ministry since 1991 due to the credible accusation of sexual abuse of minors. Ray was moved to different residences in 2002 when the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops adopted stricter rules for handling priests accused of abusing minors. In 2001, Prevost was elected to a 6-year term as a Prior General of the Augustinian. He was elected to a second 6-year term in 2007. From 2013 to 2014, Prevost served as Director of Formation in the Convent of St. Augustine in Chicago, as well as First Counselor and Provincial Vicar of the Province of Our Mother of Good Counsel, which covers the Midwestern United States. Prevost as Bishop of Chiclayo from 2014 to 2023. On November 3, 2014, Pope Francis appointed Prevost as Apostolic Administrator of the Diocese of Chiclayo in Peru and titular Bishop of the Safar. He received his episcopal consecration on December 12, 2014 at St. Mary Cathedral in Chiclayo. On September 26, 2015, Prevost was named Bishop of Chiclayo, and he was acquired Peruvian citizenship in 2015. On July 13, 2019, Prevost was appointed as a member of Congregation for the Clergy in Rome. On 14 April 2020, Prevost was named the Apostolic Administrator of Callao in Peru. On November 21, 2020, Pope Francis named the Prevost a member of the Congregation of Bishops. Within the Episcopal Conference of Peru, Prevost served as on the Permanent Council for the 2018 to 2020 term. He was elected in 2019 as a president of the East Commission for Education and Culture. He was also a member of leadership of Caritas in Peru. This category for Bishop 2023 to 2025. On January 30, 2023, Pope Francis appointed Prevost as prefect of the dicastery for the bishops with the title of Bishop Emeritus of Chiclayo. At the September 30 that year, Pope Francis appointed Prevost as Cardinal Deacon of the Chapel of Santa Monica degli Augustinian in Rome. On February 6, 2025, Pope Francis promoted Prevost to Cardinal Bishop, assigning him to a sub-vicarian diocese of Albano in the province of Rome. Prevost as papacy since 2025. On 8 May 2025, the second day of the 2025 Papal Conclave, Prevost was elected. He became the first Pope from North America. He assumed the papal name Leo XIV following on Leo XIII in 1903. He was the first Pope to belong to the Order of St. Augustine according to the Vatican. After he accepted the election as Pope, he embraced the cardinals as soon as he recited the Sistine Chapel. About an hour after the appearance of white smoke from the chimney of the chapel, Cardinal Dominic Mambati, protodeacon of the College of Cardinals, delivered the traditional Habemus Papam announcement. From the central loggia of St. Peter Basilica, he pronounced the Prevost's full name and chosen the papal name. Pope Leo XIV was then appeared on the balcony in traditional papal vestment to greet the gathered crowds, gave his first address in both Italian and Spanish, then imparted his very first Urbi and Orbi blessing. Social and political issues. Pope Leo XIV opposed euthanasia and abolition, and he does not support the ordination of women in the diaconate. He said that it might make a new problem. Prevost personal life. Leo XIV has two brothers, Louis and John. Their mother Mildred died on June 18, 1990. Their father Louis died on November 8, 1997. The elder brother of Pope Leo XIV, Louis lives in Florida in America, and he served in the military, and his brother John had a career in education. As a cardinal, Leo considered himself as an amateur of tennis player, and when he was assigned to Rome, he looked forward to perhaps having more opportunity to practice than he did in Peru. What do you love to Pope Leo XIV as a Christian? Tell us in the comment. Make a subscribe to this channel in order to get more video. If you are a Catholic, make a subscribe, share this video to others in the comments. Thank you. God bless you.